Hello.
Hi, Annie. Hi, everybody.
Here we are. I'm a hot mess.
Another fortnight. The weeks have been going really fast since the beginning
Yeah.
of this year, or is that just me?
No, it's ridiculous. Ridiculous. For those of you who aren't in Queensland, it's been 39 degrees up here today. It's just feral. It's horrible.
Yeah.
So, and that noise is my puppies fighting over a skanky toy. I'm not playing with you. Go away. So, yeah. They like it in here, but they're fighting. They're really naughty.
Yeah. Hi, Marissa. Hi, Marianne. Hi, AJ. Hi, Gail. Hi, Esther. So lovely seeing everyone jump in. Hi, Anne. Hi, Myrtle.
Oh, your doggies are at it now too.
I know. It's, naughty Tesoro, sorry.
That's all right. Yeah, 39 where they were, where Marianne was. It's horrible.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
horrible. You get hot sitting still.
Mm-hmm.
So yes.
Mm-hmm. And you've already had a big day today. So you had a psychic fair today, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. It was lovely. I couldn't believe it because it was at a golf club. And it's like 39 degrees out there. And there was people on the golf course. And I'm just looking at them like, what are you thinking? You'll die out there. You know, so they're a
Not
different breed.
me. I'm inside with my air conditioner telling Tesoro it's too hot to go for a walk. We went for a walk at stupid o'clock this morning when it was still cool. Hi, Wendy. Hi, Shelley.
Hello, hello. Okay, so now the glorious Nate's not here yet, but in May, the last weekend in May, he's running
27th. Hang on.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's running a Pelawa course. So there's Pelawa 1 and Pelawa 2. Some of you on here have already had sessions with him. Oh, hi, Nate. I'm talking about you.
Yeah.
So if any of you are interested, it's in Queensland. It's at Red Bank Plains. If any of you are interested, Gail's booked already. Shelley, I think, has also booked. Kerrie and I have booked in. Limited places. We only have 4 more spaces. There's Pelawa 1, which is on the Saturday. And then Pelawa 2 is on the Sunday. And you have to do Pelawa 1 before you can do Pelawa 2. So Kerrie and I are going to start advertising it. And there's a link that you can click on if you want to book. If you want to book, be quick. Because, like I said, we've only got 4 spaces left. So get in quick.
Yeah. Because so Nate, you've got that booking area on your website. If you want to drop that link into the chats, I'll copy it again so it goes across all chats, so people can go and have a look. Yeah,
I'll put it on my Facebook page. Yeah, we're excited too. Does it have to be in person? Yes, it does. The Pelawa sessions, because Nate can't talk, I'll just do it for him. But the Pelawa sessions, they're not in person. They can be done distance. But because this is the actual training, it has to be done face-to-face. It doesn't work distance. So you actually have to come. Now, I don't know where you are, Marissa, but this one is in Queensland. But once he's finished this one and got this one done and dusted, I'm sure that there will be more. So if there's an interest in various different areas, Sydney's easy because that's where he is. And he's put the link up. So you're in Melbourne. If there's enough people that want to do it, I'm sure Nate would travel to do it. I'll check that with him before I put him in a post package.
Yeah, you just put him in it.
So yeah. So there you go. I'm really excited about this. I just think it will be awesome. I've had a couple of sessions with him and truly it's amazing. So now I want to be able to do it. And for my friends in Queensland who are here, I'm going to need people to practice on. Wendy has already booked probably 20 sessions with me. But I do need, he's up there saying he's available. Yeah. He's easy, but he's not cheap.
But he's worth every penny.
Every single. I will need people to practice on. So if you're in Queensland and you're interested, or if you're in Brisbane and you're interested, it doesn't matter because I can do it distance, because you can do it distance. So once we've done the course, I want people that I can practice on. And I want people that will give me honest feedback. That's what I want. So if it's crap, you need to tell me. And then I'll get back to Nate and say, I need an upgrade. So there you go.
There you go. I've just added it in. Sorry, that's why I was a bit distracted, but I've now added the link. And also that we've only got 4 spaces left for this particular class. Spaces are going really fast. So make sure you get on that site and book in if you'd like to go. And end of May at Red Bank Plains. Yep.
And it'll be cooler then, so we won't all die of heat exhaustion, which is good. Now, as you know, tonight's a bit different. I hope you've brought your tarot cards, those of you who have tarot cards. The meditation is different for a start because, I've got mine too. Meditation is different for a start. The meditation this week is off the back of last week's session, which was the clairs. And this is the meditation that I do every single day. And it's a mini meditation. It's not a great big one. It's just a little one. I do it before I start. And what this meditation does, all I'm going to do is I'm going to get you to relax for me. And then I need you to open your eyes and watch me, because I want you to do exactly what I do. Because what this does is it links all of your clairs. So it means that information can come from any direction. It's not just clairsentient or clairvoyant. It pulls them all together. So this is how I do it. And for me, it works. But whatever works for you guys. But this is just a suggestion. And every single day this gets done. So what I'd like you to do to start with is I'd like you to sit with your hands on your lap facing upwards, because what I'm trying to do with you here is I want to activate your palm chakras. So we'll do the relaxation and then I'll get you to open your eyes for me, because I'm not taking you anywhere. We're just going to relax all the way up our body. Big deep breath and blow it out. I want you to open your crown chakra. Feel the petals opening and imagine that there's a filter at the top of your head, a big funnel. There's white light coming down from the universe, from the source, and pouring into your body. It's coming down through your head and down through your neck. As it hits your shoulders, drop your shoulders and relax them. Send the white light down your upper arms, into your elbows, through your lower arms, into your wrists, and sit with it in the palms of your hands. The white light continues in a pillar all the way down through your body, as it goes down through your chest, through your torso, into your abdomen, into your buttocks. Everything relaxes. Let it all go. It moves down through your legs, through your knees, down through your calves and your ankles, down into your feet. Everything relaxes. Let it all go. If you tighten everything up first and then just drop, that will relax all of your muscles. The white light continues. It goes down through the soles of your feet into the earth, and it merges with the red light of Mother Earth. As that happens, the red light comes up, merges with the white light, and your entire body is bathed in rose gold. Pull the red light up into the white light, and then see the pink rose gold coming up through your legs, up through your buttocks, up through your torso, into your heart, up to your shoulders, down both arms, and into the palms of your hands. You're now holding beautiful, beautiful rose gold light in the palms of your hand. You should feel it as either heat or a tingling. Some people feel it as like an energy. Now, can I get you to open your eyes for me? What we're going to do now is we're going to join all the prayers. So, Divine Spirit, I open my hands to you. So open your hands. Hands on heart.
Divine Spirit, I open my hands to you.
Hands on heart. I open my heart to you.
I open my heart to you.
Hands on your throat. I open my throat to you.
I open my throat to you.
Hands on your mouth. I open my mouth to you.
I open my mouth to you.
Hands on ears. I open my ears to you.
I open my ears to you.
You should feel the heat in your hands as you're holding them onto your ears. Hands on your third eye, which is on your forehead. I open my third eye to you.
I open my third eye to you.
Hands on your crown. I open my crown to you.
I open my crown to you.
Hands down, palms up. Divine Spirit, I ask that my guides, my angels, the ancients, my ancestors, and my family step close. I ask that you send me the words that people need to hear. I ask that you give me clarity in understanding your messages. I do this with the best of intent, with love in my heart, to give people clarity, validation, or peace. I thank you for the many blessings that have been bestowed on me. Amen.
Amen. Wow, Annie. That was brilliant.
That's my everyday.
Brilliant. I love that. I'm going to steal that for my own personal use.
Yeah. For me, it doesn't, because it covers everything.
Yeah.
Because I found that, like today, I usually just send stuff, you know, so I'm like clairsentient. But today I was reading for this woman whose son died 12 months ago next month. And bang, in he came. And he was saying this stuff to me. And I said to this boy, I said, I can't say that. And he said, just tell her. And she was crying. And I said to her, I would never say this because, but this is your son and this is what he's telling me to say to you. And she went, yeah, okay. And I said, I'm bouncing like this and I can't sit at peace. And he says, dry your tears, rainy face, and toughen up. You need a spoonful of concrete. And she just fell around the floor. She was in hysterics. And she said, if he ever saw me crying, that's what he used to say to me. And when she pulled her cards that I use, my Oracle cards, I said, look, I have to do this. The first card was the death card. The second card was sorrow, aloneness. And the third card was rise above your problems. And I said to her, here we go again. And honestly, to a grieving mother, this is terrible. I said, but this is what he said. He said, look, I'm dead. And I know you feel that you're all alone now, but get over it because I'm not far away. I'm still here. So, and you know that. So just stop it. And she went, oh my God. We had that conversation because he was only 30 And he kept saying, when I pass, he knew he was going to, he died the day after his 30th birthday. And he knew it was going to happen. And she said, we had that conversation. And he said to her, you know, like, I'm dead, but I'm not going far away. And she said, that's exactly what he said to me. And I said, this is terrible. I said to him, you are a naughty boy. But that, so it links all of your
all
skills.
Of it. Yeah.
And puts it all together. So it doesn't matter. Now, sometimes it's not about you as the medium. Hi, Nikki. Sometimes it's about, or the reader. Sometimes it's about the person who's communicating or trying to get through to you. You've got to do it in a way that suits them, which is why I do that, to link everything. And then whatever way it chooses to come through, it has the capacity to do that.
Yeah. Yeah. Look, I thought that was awesome. I thought that was great.
I'm glad you liked it.
Could definitely feel the energy and the connection, because that's where you need to be. And then, of course, the last piece of that puzzle, and you held this card up for me earlier, is faith, right?
Yeah.
Because, you know, a lot of people might hear that sort of thing come through and say, I have to filter that. I can't say it the way that it's being given to me. The minute that you did that, if you had filtered it, you would have taken away her validation, because it wouldn't have been the exact same conversation. So we've also got to trust that spirit knows more than we do, and we're just being used as the messenger.
Yeah, you know? I've learned that. I say terrible things to people, and then I blame spirit.
And that's why you take tissues everywhere you go.
Yeah, the tissue.
But you need to, and it's good. It's a good release of that energy. You don't want to be blocking that energy within you. You actually do need to release it. So
yeah. At one point, because it was so strong that I was also in tears, you know. So we had two rainy faces that needed to dry their eyes. Now I'm going to hit this present button. I've not done this before, but I'm going to hit this present button. So just bear with me while I faff around. So
do you want me to flick the view for you?
Yes, please.
Okay, whenever you're ready, you can hit present. Okay. There we are.
Now, this is the tarot according to Annie. There are a million ways to read tarot, and there are a million interpretations. So this is mine. If it's not the same as yours or anybody else's, maybe there's something in this presentation that you'll be able to take from it. So take what you need from it. If you don't agree with it, that's fine. If it works for you, that's also fine. I work on the KISS principle because basically I'm stupid. I like things that are simple. So that's what I've done. So for me, tarot actually means the way or the road. And the Fool is the first card in the tarot. It's the 0 card. And the way I read is that it's the Fool's journey through the tarot. So when I start to read, if I've got like all this story happening and then the Fool comes out, I'll say to people, okay, we've got a new chapter happening. All this shit's gone away, or this stuff is over. We've got a new chapter happening. So that's how I base that. So it's the Fool's meandering through the tarot, through the story. We've got 4 suits. We've got Cups. Cups is all about love and family and relationships. Now, nearly everybody runs this one on like romantic relationships. For me, a relationship can be anything. It can be a business relationship. It can be a partnership. It can be family relationships, you know. So don't limit yourself to one thing. Wands, new ideas, projects. Now, the thing about this one is that when these come out, there's usually conflict because people get fixed in their mind about things that, you know, this is how you do it. And sometimes they have trouble changing the way they think or looking at things in a different way. So that's kind of what the Wands are about. But it's usually about projects and business and new ideas. Swords. Swords are all about communication. A lot of the swords are about conflict. And for me, the swords are about cutting things away, cutting ties, whether it be emotional ties or physical ties. It's about clearing. Sometimes, depending on the cards, it's good communication. Sometimes it's no communication. It's staying quiet for peace. Depends on what the cards are round about it. So that's what they're all about communication. Um, Now, the other thing around, hold on, let me do this one. Pentacles is all about money and work and financial matters. That's what they're all about. Now, cards have got negative and positive energies around them. The beautiful, bright, shiny cards are all positive energies. The shitty, dark, horrible cards are all negative energies. So that's something else that you need to think about too. The colors on your cards and the energies on your cards. For me, it's also about looking at the pictures. In my humble opinion, Rider-Waite are not the best cards to read with. If you find yourself cards that have got pictures that you connect with, sometimes you don't even need to know what the card means. It's what that picture is telling you and what that picture means to you. So don't get caught up in, oh, what does the card mean? I need to go and get the book. Because it's not, it doesn't work like that. Okay, this is how I run. The numbered cards. And this, to me, this makes perfect sense. Aces, new beginnings, starts. So if we think about a relationship, aces, new beginnings, it's the start of a relationship, the start of something. Twos, we're on our best behavior. It's all that, you go stupid. Oh, I'm so in love. You know, all that nonsense, your eyelashes fluttering, all that stuff. Threes, we're getting together. Fours, we're settling down and we're beginning to show our real selves. Fives are my oh shit cards. Fives are when you're there and you're getting to know this person and it's been all lovey-dovey and nice, and then all of a sudden it's, oh, you do that. Oh, I don't know about this. So fives are about choices and questioning. Now, there's no timeline on this. You know, that new beginnings and that falling in love and all that nonsense, that could take 3 months, 4 months. It can take 6 months for you to get to the point of getting to know each other properly, getting to know each other well. It can take 7 or 8 months. Everybody's different. But once we get to fives, then it's, oh, let's hold up. If you get, now that's where we make decisions. That's where we think, do I want to continue with this or am I going to pull the pin? Or do we need to have a conversation? You know, so many people, it's got better, but so many people spend more time choosing a car than they do choosing a life partner, you know. So this is where you sort of have to sit down and think, well, are our values the same? Do we want the same things? Are we going in the same direction? And some people don't want to have that conversation because it's difficult. So if you get swords attached to a five, then goes a bit, you know, you're either staying quiet because you're scared of what the outcome will be and you don't want to in that can of worms. So that's where the fives sit. If you get through that, sixes are all about harmony and peace and beauty. Now, we get to sevens and all of a sudden it comes back again. Maybe you haven't dealt with what's happening at the fives. So you've still got lessons to learn. It's going to come back. There might be obstacles. You need to get through that. And again, that depends on what's with it. Depends on what's with that card. Now, if the ace, my ace of cups is, he's a player. The cups is all about love and relationships, but my ace is a player. My ace is a manipulative arsehole. He's the king. And so if the ace comes up with that stuff, there's always some kind of power struggle happening. And I'll say, have you had this conversation? Do you feel like you're being controlled? Are you being smothered? You know? So all of that stuff, getting through that. Nines, conclusions. In terms of a relationship, that could be an engagement or it could be, I'm done. And tens are ending from completion. So that's either walking away or getting married. But there's, as you can see, there's a story. It flows all the way through. Pages. Pages are troublesome little Vegemates. Young people, no thought, no. I like the pages, but they're naughty. They're the ones that
go and do it while you still know it all.
yeah, exactly. So pages are usually a young person who are all over the place. It's like shiny thing, new shiny thing, and they don't think about consequences. Sometimes you need pages if you're in like the business. You know, if you're working with business cards, sometimes all that enthusiasm, you'll get a page in a night, and it's like, oh, I'm really excited about this, and then a night will pop up and it'll say, no, be careful, don't make crazy decisions. Have a think about the consequences before you move forward. So in terms of swords communication, pages, no idea, not a clue. Knights, I know I need to have this conversation, but I'm not ready to do it yet. Queens, okay, now I've got it and I know what I need to say and I'm ready to do it. I've thought about this, I've sorted it all out, I'm all okay. And then the kings, it's all about power and control. So I'm hoping that this kind of makes sense to you. So you don't actually need to know what they all mean. It's more about what the picture is.
Yeah.
Would you agree?
Do you just want to post in comments? Is everyone following along so far? And we will give out
at the pictures. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
So, okay, that's good. And we will drop email addresses as well towards the end of this so that you can also contact Annie or I and ask to be on the mailing list. So thanks to everyone who did that last week. So you're now on the list because we're also going to share some handouts around this. So if you're interested in getting those, we'll add those in.
Esther's asking.
There you go. That's good.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, but she's also saying, don't they represent people? Sometimes they do. Like sometimes a queen is somebody who you might, like a friend, a trusted friend that you would go to if you needed help with a decision. For me, the kings are always about power. They're always about power. I don't even like my king of, I haven't got him beside me, but I don't even like my king of cups because for me, he's all about manipulation and control. Usually with the business ones, they're usually the person like the CEO, the person at the head of it. So yeah, Shelley said it's a lot to take in, but you can watch it over again. Now, like Kerrie said, I have a book, a whole book that's got all of this in it. It also has cheat sheets, and the cheat sheets say the same things, ones and twos and threes, and talk about the story. But then it's got basic meanings of the cards. And I've got most of them are dot points because if you've got the dot points, this kind of means this, then it's up to you to elaborate and make the story. You know, like when we read with you guys, we do it with one card. And oh, look what I've picked up, confidence. Because that's what it's all about. You know, it's about looking at the card and seeing the story. And Kerrie actually said it earlier. Don't ever filter. Just say whatever it is that's in your head. Because this stuff isn't about you. It's about the person that you're reading for, you know. And the pictures will tell you more than the words. Yeah. With the
you'll also find sometimes, and look, you know, just to randomly pull something out, when you see the pictures too, Annie, when you're reading for someone, your guides will actually draw you to something in the picture that maybe you haven't even been drawn to previously. It's because it's trying to give you a different explanation of what the card is representing. So as you work more with it, you'll actually see that come through.
Yeah. Like, you know, this card might mean this. I'll use the magician. The magician is the first card in the major arcana. They're the ones who are all the people cards. Now, for me, the magician is, it might mean one thing for you, but for somebody else, it's going to mean something completely different. So the cards don't mean what the book says. It means what it should be. That's just trust and instinct and whatever's beside it. With the majors, there's only 22 of them. Now, the suits are about day-to-day stuff. The suits, when you're reading with all these cards, the suits are always practical day-to-day stuff. If you're pulling majors that are as part of your reading, they're more the spiritual stuff. They're more the values, judgment, what's happening, hopes and fears and dreams and all that kind of stuff. They're all the feely cards. Now, it's good to know the basis of their meanings as well. But I give my cards jobs to do. So for me, the magician's a work card. My druid is either, depending on who I'm reading for and what's beside it, my druid is either medical or teaching and learning, study. It's always
Annie's book, Les.
Yeah, Les, I'll send you my book because it's easy peasy. So I'll send you mine. There's a million of them out there, but mine it's written in Scottish English in words of one syllable.
And it's not everyone can get. She's done a great job with it. She's done an awesome job.
Yeah. So again, if you have cards, give them jobs to do. And how that tends to evolve is you'll get a feeling around this card, like you'll put this card down and you'll think, this card keeps coming up about this stuff, like study is where my druid always keeps coming up. And druid skills and knowledge, But again, my druid's got the medical thing at the bottom of it. And a lot of my nurses get that card. And I think, so I give my cards jobs to do. For me, the high priestess is always, Scottish English is good. Thanks, Liz. For me, the high priestess is always the wise woman. And it tells me, always, you know what you need to do. You're just not doing it. Sometimes the death card is about a loss or a passing, but the majority of the times, the death card is about change. And you can, they're a tool. That's probably the best way to explain this. They're a tool. Pendulums are a tool. Runes are a tool. Tarot are a tool.
Yeah, ribbons.
They're
divination rods, all tools that you use as part of that learning, that communication process and trusting it.
Yeah. The other thing too is people get annoyed with me when I read because I don't look at them. I'm looking at my cards because if you're looking at people, you can see the body language. And if they're going, that can put you off because you think, I'm upsetting this person or they're not getting it. So the only thing I do when I'm reading is I say, is this making sense to you? And 95% of the time they say yes.
Yeah, because it needs to make sense to them. Like, 90% of the time it may not make sense to you, particularly when you're reading, and it's actually easier, in my opinion, to read for people you know absolutely nothing about because you get the information, you're not filtering it. When you know people too well, right, you have too close a relationship, you can see something or you're receiving the information, you go, oh, no, that doesn't really suit that person. Well, hang on a minute, you just filtered what the pure message from spirit. So it's much easier to read for people you don't know.
I read for a friend that I hadn't seen for 4 years and horrified myself because I had no idea what was happening in her life. And I'm there going, oh my God, I can't say this out loud. And then I thought, bugger it, and she's sitting there crying, going, yes. And I thought, oh, golly, how did this happen? So you just roll with it. And it's about trust and confidence. Now, the other thing, again today, I was asked a question and I kept flicking cards and flicking cards and flicking cards. And I said to this woman, I got nothing. I have no idea. Not a clue. And sometimes they'll pick a card when I'm using my oracle cards because I get them to choose 11 at the end of my readings. And I'll flick a card over and I'll say, that means nothing to me. I don't know. And they go, oh my God, that happened today. Like I flicked the Empress and I looked at it. And this young woman said to me, that's what my wife has me in the phone as, the Empress. So it meant so much to her. She wanted photographs of it to show her wife and all this stuff. You know, I'm really, really honest, you know, because I don't do bullshit. And if I don't know what I'm talking about, I would rather say, I'm really sorry, I'm not getting that. I sent a lady today to the medium who was like 2 seats down from me because she asked me a question and I said, look, this is what I'm getting. This is all I'm getting. I can't give you any more information. You need to go and talk to her down there because she's much better at this than me and I'm not getting anything else. That was really interesting too because I said to her, I was talking about her brother and I said, he's stuck. And I said, he's made some really bad choices and it came back and bit him. And he's stuck and he's not moving. And I don't know why he's stuck. And I said to her, I said, you do know he's not here. And she went, oh yes. And I said, I can't understand why he's stuck. And I said to her, I said, I said, you do know, sorry guys, you do know that he was murdered. And she went, oh my God. And I thought, oh, for heaven's sake, what have I done? And this young man died in South Africa. And they've been waiting 7 months for the autopsy. And they're only at July in South Africa with autopsies. So they've been waiting since July to have some kind of closure on what has happened to this young man. And she said, what happened? And I said, honestly, I don't know. You need to go and talk to Karina because she might be able to give you more information. And I mean, she was in tears. I was in tears. But I'm really, really, I'm really honest around that stuff. If I don't know, I'm quite happy to say, I got nothing. I'm really sorry, I got nothing. I won't faff around with it and I won't mess around with it, you know, because I'm playing with spirit. You know, and if they're not giving
and there's karma involved. There's karma involved. I mean, we do what we do with our best intent and we try and interpret as accurately as we possibly can. But if it's not coming through, then don't lie about it. Right? Well, that's the advice.
Yeah. Sometimes there's a reason.
Correct. You know, they're not meant to know. It's not meant to come out at that time. Yeah. Spirit will share some things and not others. So you need to respect that relationship you have with them as well.
Yeah. I mean, Nate has said, why do this if you can't be honest?
Correct, Nate. Correct.
Yeah. Like on my business cards, it says, and this was an accident. It says clarity, honesty, integrity at the bottom of my business cards. And that spells chi, which is the life force. And that was an accident. After I'd done it, I thought, oh, look what that says. But and that's why I have no problem saying to people, I got nothing. You know, I really don't know. You know, and if that happens or I can't get anything about somebody, I'll say to them, I'll give you your money back because this isn't, you're not getting what you need. You know, there's only been one person that there's been two that I've offered money back, neither of whom would take it. But for me, it's like, this isn't working for me. So obviously it's not working for you either. You know, and I mean, it's, Marianne says that's what we should do.
Should do. Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So the easiest way to do this is 3 card spreads. So let me pick on somebody. Marianne, do you have tarot cards? Answer me in the...
We're watching comments. Come on, Marianne.
Answer me in the comments.
Don't be afraid. It's going to be painless, we promise.
I need a volunteer. Marianne. Yay!
Yes. Yay. Good work.
Okay. Now, let me pick. What I'm going to do. Let me explain to you what you're going to do, my darling Marianne. Please. I'd like you just to give your cards a shuffle. Now, there's a lady on here whose name is Myrtle. And what I would like you to do is just try to tune in to Myrtle's energy and then shuffle your cards and choose 3 cards. And then I would like you to post the 3 cards that you get. Can you do that for me? Because I don't think Marianne and Myrtle know each other at all. And that's what I'm trying to do. I've stayed well away from Nate's group because I know they all know each other.
Mm-hmm.
But so I'm hoping that Miss Marianne is shuffling her little heart out. Kerrie, you told me how to get rid of this and I forget.
Oh, okay. Yep. I'll flick it. Let me know when you want it back.
No, you don't know each other.
Okay, that's great.
Marianne, are you shuffling or have you ran away? Are you under the table?
Look, and that's okay too. If you're in the chat, you have your tarot cards with you. Have a look through the chat and see someone you don't know.
Yeah.
And do exactly the same thing. And then post that person's name at their name and write the 3 cards that you get.
Every day she's shuffling. Now you made me sing.
She might have run away on us, Annie.
Do you think I've scared her?
No. Don't overthink it.
Nine of Cups, strength and the Fool. Thank you.
Yes.
Good girl. Okay. So, oh, thank you, Gail. Can I have your just a couple of sentences on your take on what these 3 cards mean for Miss Myrtle? And then Myrtle, I'll ask you to do a validation on that for her. Marianne, don't think, just type. When you're doing tarot, you need a lobotomy. You don't think, you just run with it. Gail, if you're doing this too, my darling, if you can whack up the 3 cards that you've got as well, so that we can see what the 3 cards are. While these girls are faffing around doing this, Kerrie and I, for us, this is going to be quite difficult, but we are happy to run Zoom meetings where we can actually talk to you and we can put you into rooms and get you to play. Now, because I do psychic fairs on Sundays and everything, for me, it can be quite difficult to find the time. But if we get, half a dozen people that wants to do it, 9 of Pentacles, 6 of Swords, and Ace of Pentacles. Okay, Gail, thank you.
Okay. Good work, Marianne.
Good girl.
Excellent.
Yeah. Now, I actually know Myrtle. So Myrtle, validate for me, please. And Gail, can you put up what your take is? If we can get half a dozen. Now, I want, if Nate's group, the Inner Power people, want to do this, I want to separate you because I'm mean. I've had this
conversation. Each other too well, that's all.
Yeah, and you do, because you spent a whole few days together and you went through that whole inner power stuff together, and that's powerful, but you do learn a lot about each other. So I would much rather stick you into a space where you don't know anybody, and I know that you guys have, if we must, suck it up, buttercup. I know you guys have been playing with this, which is one of the reasons also that I didn't want to pick one of you tonight, because I wanted somebody that hasn't had a lot of experience and hasn't played a lot, because a whole lot of this stuff is all around confidence building, and that's all you need. Happiness and results, working towards something, or journey, success as a result. Myrtle, can we have your feedback on this? Yay, yay, yay. That's awesome. So now I know Myrtle, and she is on a journey. Sorry, Myrtle, I'm talking about you. She is on a journey, and she has a lot of doubts that I just want to smack out of her. And she's actually much more powerful than she thinks she is. And Myrtle's only issue is lack of confidence in her skills. What have you pulled, Kerrie?
7 of Wands. Myrtle contains everything she needs within her. She is actually connected and centered, but she has an internal struggle of, am I there? Am I not there? Am I practicing this? Am I not? But come on, take the fool's journey. It's time to start the new beginning and just go for it.
That's how easy it is. Now, I run these classes face to face, and I've been doing it now for, I don't know, 3 years. And by the end of a class, which takes about 2.5 hours, because I make everybody faff around.
And if you get a group together, she might even travel to Melbourne or Sydney.
Oh, stop it. Stop it.
Now behave yourself. Don't say to me what you'd normally say.
2 fools, one from Marion and one from Kerrie. Yeah, it's that. Don't look back.
Just go for forward. You're back in the beginning of a new journey. Go for it.
Leap and the
make
net
it what you want it to be. Yeah.
Yeah. But it is all about confidence. There you go. Yay. Yay. Validation. It's all, and again, it's about trust, and I mean, thank you so much, Marianne, for being put on the spot and being brave and stepping up, but the thing
Myrtle coming back with your comments as well. Thank you for coming back with such honesty. Yeah.
Because the whole thing around this is, don't overthink it, because people, it's the same with meditation. People make it hard. And like I said, I just keep things simple, and my puppies are going mental over there. Oracle, well done. Oracle cards are easier to read, but more difficult to do in a spread. Now, there's all this hoo-ha about everybody usually starts 3-card spread. Once you get brave, you can do a 5-card spread. And then people move to the Celtic cross. Celtic cross, everybody knows about the Celtic cross. Nearly everybody starts with the Celtic cross. I don't think I've got a picture of it. I think I got nearly to it. Kerrie has pictures of the Celtic cross, and it tells you. For me, the top card is what the first card you turn over is in the middle, and that's what's on top of you. Then there's a card that sits sideways, and that's what's crossing you. So that's any sort of boundaries, barriers, issues that are crossing you. Mine at your feet. So this is stuff that maybe is buried or you don't know yet. Behind you, stuff that's past that's influencing future. On top of you, at your head, sometimes you get analysis paralysis. Get your head out the road. How you see the situation, how others see the situation, hopes and fears, and outcome. And a lot of people use that. What I find is that once people actually get used to it, I do something called a thistle, where I start with 6 cards across the top and it comes down like to a point. People do all sorts of weird and wonderful things with them. So you don't need to stick to a particular format. Celtic cross is good to play with. I've taken the Celtic cross one more step, where you read the first straight Celtic cross and then you read the cards together. So that's the next level up with Celtic cross. But the only reason I do that is for practice. Gail, I like my cards to be all the same way up. I don't like upside down cards, you know. And again, keep it simple, stupid. When you're starting, it's hard enough to work out what you're doing with them the right way up without turning some of them upside down as well. For me, it's about the energy of the cards. So if they're upside down, it doesn't work for me. For me, it's if it's a negative energy or a positive energy, or it's the cards that are beside it. But again, I don't overthink it.
Yeah.
And you've just got to keep doing it and doing it and doing it and doing it. And the more you play with them, some of this is also about putting your energy into the cards, you know, and again, give them jobs to do, because once they know what to do, they're much easier to read.
Yeah.
You are this card, and this is what you mean for me. Doesn't matter what anybody else says.
And also how you work, whether you look at card reversals, which, you know, lots of the decks will let you know what the reversal is, right? Whether you work with reversals or not, that is really dependent on how a reader works. So also just trust that the guides and spirits working with you to use you as the tool for this communication will work how you do, regardless, right, of whether you choose to go down that way or not. The right cards will come up.
Yeah. And again, you know, like if you know the cards the right way up, once they're upside down, it's the opposite of what it says the right way up. You know, but yeah, for me, it's also about what way people are facing. You know, like if somebody's got their back on a card and there's a river in front of them and there's something on the other side of the river, for me, that means there's a couple of obstacles. They're not there yet. If they're facing me and the river's in front of them, it means they're nearly there. Like, and the water, if the water's really smooth, it's going to be smooth sailing. If the water's all churned up and really rough, you're in for a bumpy ride. You know? But the cards will tell their own story.
Correct.
Yeah.
That's why, you know, you need to resonate with your cards as well.
Yeah. Fiona has said
you'll get to know that.
Yeah. Fiona said that you can set your attention not to read reverse cards.
Yeah.
I just
all about
do
intent.
Yeah, I've never done it. I always read them the right way up. So now I know that you've got a whole ton of information tonight, and it's had to happen quick because we've now got about half an hour left where we can actually do some readings for you.
Yeah.
But I will send you my books. Now, the 4 or 5 people who sent me through their emails, I'll send you the Claire's and this one if you want it. For anybody else that wants it, just let me know and I'll send it. I'll send them through to you. I'm sending them through.
Please, in the general comments, either in chat or underneath our post, please do not put your phone number or your personal email address there. If you're on our Facebook page, you can actually click on message and it will send a messenger message. So that's private. You can put it in there. But Annie, I'm just going to put my email address in now, so you can either use this one if you want on that list, or I'm sure Annie will drop her one in a sec.
Yeah, I'm faffing around with cards.
Yep.
Now, because Marianne was really kind and 1-808. I'm sure I've seen that on a toilet wall somewhere.
Along with 8675309.
Marianne, I'm going to pull 3 cards for you. Ooh. Puppies, will you stop it? Okay. That's really interesting. So the first puppies. Thank you. The first card I pulled for you is home. And I feel there are some questions around this, whether it's something you've got to do with your home, whether you're thinking about a shift, whether you're thinking about changing things. It feels like a shift. It feels like a shift. And I also feel that you haven't got all the information yet. And the next one I pulled was answers. So for all of the questions around what it is that you're planning on doing or thinking about doing, I don't feel that the answers have come to you yet. And I do feel like this is a timing thing. And the third card I pulled was clarity. So it just feels like it's coming. It's coming. So there you go. Gail pulled for Marianne. Being in a struggle or a fight to protect yourself, being tired, needing rest. Maybe
it's
these
coming through. Marianne, I got 9 of Swords here. Now, 9 of Swords is cutting and releasing things that are no longer serving you, and the time has come to do that. And some of it could be some difficult things that you just need to go, yeah, that's not where I need to be anymore. So it could be some confusion and indecision. But I do have this lovely Knight of Cups coming in, all full of romance. And moving forward. So there is a lot of joy and a lot of love coming ahead of you. And then they gave me the Wheel of Fortune card, which means, you know what, it's time to spin that Wheel of Fortune, because you can visualize and determine what you want the future to be, what you want that to be for you. So these two are really, really positive cards, but they're also acknowledging, let go of some of this stuff that isn't really good for you anymore. That's all good. Move into that love space and follow the love, and you have a choice right now. Spin that Wheel of Fortune, because you can have some amazing things ahead of you.
Who was that for, Kerrie?
That was for Marianne.
Okay,
just thought we'd all give her special treatment because
she was so good.
We picked on her today. Yeah.
Shelley, I've got you. I pulled protection for you. Now, My feeling around that one, it's interesting because the second card I pulled, it feels like there's a space where you sometimes don't feel safe. But what I pulled is that some of that stuff I feel like you're doing to yourself. And the second card I got was peace. So that's how it feels. If you feel like you need protection, shower yourself in white light, put yourself in a bubble. I had a wee girl who lived out country, and she built a corrugated iron fence around herself because she was a country kid. And that was her visualization, that, you know, I'll just put this corrugated fence around me, because I feel you do have protection. I feel you have protection all the way around you. And I think peace is coming. I think things are changing and peace is coming for you.
Okay, so there's just a couple of questions in here too. Annie, do you recommend any particular cards? I mean, I know I have it really is personal choice, to be honest. Like you'll see something and resonate towards it, you know, trust that instinct.
Yeah.
And mine change as to which of my favorites at any given time.
No, mine don't. I run with my Celtic cards, and I use them because I love the colours in them, and they tell me a story. Go to Big W, Anne, because if you try to buy cards online, they're really expensive. But Big W have them for about $20, $30. And if you look at the pictures on the back of them, like AJ has these cards that I couldn't read with if my life depended on it. They're black with gold on them, and she absolutely loves them. And I just look at them and think I couldn't work with them. And it's just that it's whatever pictures appeal to you. So have a look at the pictures on the cards. And, you know, if you look online first, because they'll sometimes show you what the pictures look like. And there's millions of them, millions. Just pick something that the pictures are pretty and that work for you. And if you look at the pictures, what can you see in the picture? Does it tell you a story? And that's the way to go. I've got about 100 sets of tarot cards, and I love every single one of them. And I do swap my oracle cards around. But yeah, there's not any. I don't like Rider-Waite. They're old-fashioned, and the pictures don't. They were where everybody started, but the pictures don't work for me. So pick something that's pretty that you like. If you're into animals, there's lots of animal cards around. So whatever floats your boat.
Yep. And Donna, I've just pulled a card for you. And interestingly, here's the Seven of Wands again making another appearance. Isn't that interesting? So I threw that right back at the back and reshuffled. So, Donna, this is what they're actually bringing through for you with this is that you have been doing a lot of this inner work and connecting with who you are and what your soul source energy is. And this is a confirmation from the angels that they see you doing this work and you're on the right path with this. They're also saying to me that they're giving you a lot of signs that are reconfirming that for you. And yippee, you're actually taking notice and recognizing that they are the signs. Okay, so this is a validation, a confirmation for you that you're moving down the path that you were meant to be taking. So I hope that resonates for you.
I've just seen a comment here. Marissa has pulled 3 cards. They're all playing without us, which is just
which is awesome. Excellent. Keep doing that,
totally
guys.
Awesome. AJ, Marissa has pulled the Hermit and the Page and Release. Marissa, can you put up what you think that means? And then AJ, can you validate or not on that one, please? AJ's deck is beautiful. It is beautiful.
She's got lots of beautiful decks.
And now Amanda's pulled for Marissa. Oh, this is
so
great.
while they're doing that, while they're pulling that one, I'm just going to try and keep going down the list for people who are asking, Annie.
Oh, we've lost Colleen.
Yeah. So that's why I'm just trying to do it.
Well, they're playing, so I'll do this. Go with a deck that speaks to you. Okay.
Okay, I've got a card that's come through for you. Sorry, while Marissa's doing that. Isabella's question. Isa, I've got a card here for you, and it's actually the Eight of Swords. Now, this card is saying to you, there's two pathways that are happening here right now. So swords is cutting ties, and again, you feel bound and tied to a lot of things, which they're restricting you. I feel like you're being restricted on what is good for you and what you would really like to do. But see the mirror of this? The mirror of this is your freedom and cutting those ties. And actually, it doesn't mean you have to cut everything. It's talking about the balance, okay? Because it's an 8. So it's talking about the balance between the two. And it's not selfish to do things that you enjoy to do, okay? So it's really important. And Spirit's saying to you, go do that. They want you to play. They want you to have some fun. So we've got the mirror of things happening here, but it feels like you've got so many commitments with everybody else that you're not doing this, but they want you to bring back that balance. And hopefully that makes sense for you.
Anne, I've pulled a card for you. What I've got for you is travel. Now, around that, I've just grabbed another deck. Around that, I've got travel is usually associated with excitement. But when I look at this card, it just feels like there's some fears or there's some concerns around traveling, whether that's just at the moment or whatever it is that you're doing. So I pulled one of my fairy cards, and it says, whatever you're going through, you're being assisted by fairy blessings. The fairies say you can bless others too. So if this travel is associated with family or whatever, and there's some concerns around travel, the fairies are looking out for you. Fairies and angels, interchangeable. But it just feels like it will be okay, so you don't need to be afraid.
Mm-hmm.
Look at these kids playing.
That's great. So AJ has drawn a card back for you, Marissa. It's drawn cards for you.
Can you draw for Beck? Kerrie?
Okay, let me try and jump back. Oh, who is back here? Sorry, I'm trying to go up and down because we haven't got Cole at the minute, so I know how much she goes through now.
Ooh.
Donna. Esther.
Oh, did you do Beck?
Oh, no. Do you want me to do Beck?
Yes, please.
Okay, hang on. I'm putting those aside for you, Esther, because 2 cards have already jumped for you.
Oh, so you're going to do Esther next?
Yep. Beck, this is the Ten of Swords, if you can see that card clearly enough. Now, the Ten of Swords, now, as Annie was talking about before, swords are about cutting ties and about moving on, but this is a completion. And I almost feel like, it's been a successful completion of something. So you're coming to the fruition of that. See how you're almost there at the top of that hill? So you're coming to the completion of something, and it will bear fruit for you. But see, you've also got this beautiful golden light journey ahead of you as well. So I wouldn't be surprised if I went back to the deck and pulled another card for you, that it would actually bring out the full cards, because I'm feeling like there's a whole new beginning and it's launching you from one spot to another. Now, it may not be totally disconnected from what this conclusion to one thing is, but it's almost like you're handing over the reins of it. So I don't want to cut ties. I'm handing over the reins of one thing and I'm expanding and moving on to the next golden horizon. So that's for you, Beck.
Summer, I've got you. What I've got for you is I feel you are currently on a spiritual journey. And I feel like I've got my spirit guides cards. But for me, this card, it's very shiny and you probably can't see it. It's as above, so below. And it just feels very much like you've got all these questions in your head and you're seeking answers. And your guides are desperately telling you and sending you messages, but you're not listening. I've also got commitment. And I think as part of this journey, for you, this just feels very much like you really, really need to trust yourself, because all these messages that you're getting and all these, it's like, trust your instincts. You're not going mental. You are being guided. So if you're hearing stuff or seeing stuff, trust what they're telling you and don't second guess yourself, because you're getting the answers. You're just not moving forward. So make a decision, commit to that decision, and then just trust that the universe has got your back and it will be okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now.
Okay. So, Esther,
go on.
Esther, I did say I'd jump back to you. Annie, do you want to take Maddie as the next one? Esther, what I've got here is temperance. So this temperance is very much, again, it's a balance card that's coming out. I'm getting a bit of a theme here, you guys, tonight. Everyone's working with their balance. And, you know, I have to say that's me too. I've been working with balance between two major areas of my life. So this is bringing everything back into proportion again. But, you know, I also want to say, also comes in this Six of Swords for you. Now, I know in looking at that, it's choppy waters, it's there, but can you see, if I look at the picture of this cards, and this is what I'm just trying to draw you to here, is through this picture, can you see how she's handed over and trusted the birds with leading this boat through the choppy waters? Right? Because actually she's moving on a new journey, and there is a beautiful shore over the other side of this, right? So at the moment, I feel like you're on a bit of a journey and it might be a little bit choppy for you right now. Trust the angels and the guides have you. Trust the balance that they bring you, right? Because it is going to be a journey to the other side, and the shore on the other side is absolutely beautiful.
Maddie, I have someone with you in spirit, and what I have is this person is sending you a whole lot of love. Like you're just being absolutely showered in love. But they're also asking for forgiveness. I've got sorry, sorry, sorry in my head. And if you can accept that, that will bring you peace. I hope that makes sense for you.
Annie, I think we're almost at the bottom of the comments. You did Summer, didn't you?
I did Summer.
Yep, perfect. Okay, so we have Myrtle and AJ. Myrtle has asked for you, Annie, if you would like to do Myrtle's one, and AJ, I owe you one, so you get me. So I'm just pulling a card for you right now. Okay. I love this. AJ, this is for you. So if you see here, I've got the Page of Swords, and you are so full of ideas right now. And look how lovely you're balanced on that little tightrope there, right? Going across that crevice. You don't care because you've got your sights set, and you've got so many ideas at the moment. You're focused on moving across that, right? So this is a time of definitely moving forward, moving into those areas and those ideas and giving them that birth. And here, look at this, so pretty. Look at your sisterhood that's around you. You've got a beautiful sisterhood that's around you, supporting you, encouraging you. You have your soul tribe, right? So they're the people that will share energy with you. They will encourage you, and they'll also be honest with you. That's what the sisterhood is also about. So keep with these ideas, right? Because you're avoiding all the obstacles, and tap in with your sisterhood, because that's going to also lift your energy and give you that validation of the path that you're on with those ideas.
Okay, my darlings, this is the last one, and this is for Myrtle. And what I pulled for Myrtle is the very first one is talent. And around that is empowerment. And the third card I pulled is truth. So we as a collective, because Myrtle sits in my meditation circle, as a collective, we keep telling you that you have the power. It's like by the power of Grayskull, you have the power. And you're not believing us. And you're faffing around and thinking they're just being nice, or I don't have any talent and I don't know how to be empowered. And you're actually getting better, but you do second guess yourself a lot. And for you, this is very much about, we're not bullshitting. This is the truth. You are way more powerful than you realize. You put your power in a box a long time ago and you shut the lid on it. And nobody can teach you anything because you know all this stuff. For you, it's very much about reconnecting, and then it's about trusting and believing yourself, and then it's about not letting anybody get in the way of that, because you are really, really good at this stuff. Really good. But you keep saying, I don't know, I don't know. Yes, you do. You do know. So now that I've nagged you, I might pop off with love and light.
Myrtle. Oh, dear. Annie, there just was one question there, and I don't know whether you wanted to answer that. But Jeb was asking, how do you all say move? What card tells you to move? Now, for me, that is an ending card. And I normally, if I'm seeing a move coming in for people, is quite often the signifier of the move for me is a 9 of Swords. But then the cards that precede and follow will tell you what that move, if it's a good move or to be cautious about the move. How do you read it? What job have you given your cards for that signal?
My moving card is the Ace of Wands. It's always a house move. Always. And if I get it, it's either they've just moved or they're going to. Always. You know, it's new beginnings, new start, new home, new house.
Yep.
So, and it's always the same. I've just whacked my email up there. Thank you, Marissa. There's all sorts of stuff up there now. I love that you've been playing with each other. I mean,
it's
that's
great,
just
isn't it?
So much fun to have you all reading for each other. And, you know, again, if we can get you into Zoom meetings and get you to do that, you can actually talk to each other, because this is cumbersome.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
Doing
is
it this way.
Yeah.
And it's a good way, you know, community of practice, sharing that together. And of course, Annie and I, and look, I'm sure Nate will come in and help with lead one of the groups. We might grab AJ in. You've got some great variety of people to work with. And we were thinking the off week. So
yeah.
the off week to our live streams. So
Yeah.
let us know.
The thing about this too is you've got the skills, you've got the books. If you're happy, if you send me your email, I will. What I usually do is I blind copy so that you only get your own email and everybody else's is hiding. But if you lot want to play, you guys can get yourself together in groups and play. You know, like Nate's got a couple of little groups that do this, but you don't need us.
Mm.
You can do this all by yourself. You know, we're happy to play and we can kick in on this, but you really don't need us. We can just keep giving you the skills, but I want to play. Once isn't enough. You need to, once you've got your cards, either Oracle or Tarot, you need to play with your friends. You need to faff around at work. Take them to work if you're allowed to. Take them everywhere you go, you know, and just, if somebody's around you, would you like me to pull a card? And then, you know, tell them I'm learning, I'm practicing, I'm playing. Because that's what it's all about, you know. So the reality is you don't need us. If you guys set up a Zoom meeting and invite us, if we're around, we'll pop in and play. But we are not the hoodoo gurus of this stuff. You guys are your own gurus. You guys have got this stuff,
Yep.
you know, and all it is now for you guys is about playing and practice and doing all that kind of stuff. Yeah, that's Nate's just said that's what his guys do.
Do all week. Yep.
You know, so um, if you have each other's emails, it does and random, just pull three or four people together and have a play. Only needs to take
Yep.
half an hour. You know,
Yep.
so I'd love to join in and play. See, y'all want to play?
There you go, Miss Gale, Miss Queen of Cups. Your
The
heart
wise
is
women.
full. Your heart is full, and you're sharing that beautiful energy with everyone. Of course, you'll send it as a nice little gift because that's you, 100%.
Wise women who's full of love.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, now we've got a whole series of this stuff, and that's why, same as what we did last time, we can do one session, but that's not going to teach you anything. You need to play. So as we work through this, if you guys want to get yourself together, like I said, invite us. We'll come if we're available. If we're not, play without us. But once we get through to the end of this, we can't stop again because I might have a wee group that thinks tarot is my jam. I'm so into tarot. Like that's what happened to Amanda. I'm so into tarot. We're actually going to invite Amanda back because Amanda's a crystal girl, and I'm going to get her to. I've already asked her, so I'm not surprising her.
We're getting better at telling people beforehand.
But she's going to talk to you about crystals because there's a whole lot of people that resonate with crystals. We'll have a play with a whole lot of different things. And then what we'll do is, you know, we'll gather you so that you can play and practice on each other. Because once you've got the basic skills, it really is only about practice, you know. And then if there's requests, I want to do more with this or I want to do more with that, we're happy to come back in that. So yeah, and sing, yeah.
Yeah, but that's what it's about, Anne, in a safe space, because working with each other is safe, right?
Yeah.
No judgment here with any of us, you know, because we're all just learning to tune in and interpret what we're getting. Because sometimes you can get and you're drawn to things. Sometimes our interpretation might be a little bit off. Look, I still get it, my interpretation off. You know, so you know, none of us are infallible on that side. So yeah, it's just about that trust and being able to play. So don't be shy with it. Come and join in, 100%.
What I like about what Anne has just said there is I'm learning so much from you all. And it is you all. It's not just Kerrie and I. You're teaching each other and working with each other. And that's what we want to do. Marianne, if you want to do a session on sound, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
Whatever it is that you do, you know, whether it's the bowls or music
the
or
tuning
whatever
forks or whatever. I very
if
much love working with sound, Marianne. So you and me, girl.
Yeah. So it would
Love
be
it.
really, and that's the other thing. I mean, we're really open. If you have a skill or you want to play and come on in this, come and join us. Like we'll just invite you, kick you in, and you can go for it because
it's
it's
very
so
easy. Yep, very easy.
Yeah.
We can send you a link as a guest. Singing bowls, yes. And so and Fiona can do art therapy. Well, there you go. Beautiful. Oh, hi, Gem J. How are you? Thank you for joining us.
Where's Fiona? Is Fiona in Sydney?
I'm not sure where. Where is Fiona?
Right, where's Fiona?
Yeah, so if you'd like to come on and you look, if you are shy and you don't want to be seen on camera, if you just have your Facebook picture or whatever your avatar is, you don't have to turn your camera on. You can just have your avatar on the screen if you're a bit shy. So, but we're more than happy.
Nora. I love Nora. It's so pretty.
Yeah, we're really well. Thank you, Jem. How are you? Nora. Nice.
It's beautiful.
We keep talking about this 2023 road trip, don't we, Annie?
Yeah. Fiona can do an online art. Nate, this is really naughty. Don't dub people in. That's my job. So many ideas.
So many ideas. And don't forget Brisbaneites. We've got only four spots left for Nate's Palawa 1 and Palawa 2 course happening at the end of May. So we don't want to disappoint anyone. So, go to his website. So that link was back in the chat. But Nate, if you may want to post that one again. And yes, we love Victor. That's sort of an inside joke. We do love
Fiona, if you want to play, that naughty boys just dumped you in this. But if you want to play, please get in touch with us. Lockyer Valley's just up the road from me. That's lovely too.
That is beautiful.
Yeah. So I think we're going to pop off now.
Yes. Yeah.
Thank you, everybody, for being with us.
And so you don't get our strange smiles doing this as we're waving goodbye. We've actually got an outro tonight. We're getting a little bit more organised. A little bit more professional this year.
We've got happy birthday to Les for this week. We also have happy birthday to Kerrie for this week.
Yes, it is coming up. It is coming up. I was trying to ignore it.
Nope.
But so thank you, Annie. Thank you for that. Thank you, everybody. Okay, well, don't forget, email your addresses through if you want the information, you want the workbooks. Let us know if you also want to join in our Zoom groups on the off fortnights where we all play and practice with each other, because we'd love to have you involved in that. So let us know those few things. And if you just want to keep joining in on our live streams, that's great too, because we love having you. So, and then I think that's it from us tonight. Yep. Have a great week ahead, everybody.
And we'll see you soon.
We'll see you in a fortnight. Bye.